What is up, Solow Sportsters? I am here today at the US Open Indoor Center wearing my nice Wimbledon whites that have to go good with this Tecnifibre T Fight 300 racket. It is an early release copy that we have. It's coming out in 2025 and we're gonna break it down for you right now. Tecnifibre updates the T-Fight lineup with the new T-Fight 300 2025. Now, normally most of the updates are purely cosmetic, but in this one there's a little bit of a spec adjustment as well. The head size is 100 square inches, and the unstrung weight, which you can tell from the name, is 300 grams, equaling 10.6 ounces. The swing weight is 290, giving it a balance of 320 mm. It has an open 16 by 19 string pattern, and a lot of the specs are still to be determined on this standard 27-inch frame, which would be available in a 1/8 to 1/2 grip size with Tecnifibre Xtra feel as the stock grip on it. The colors stay as a white, blue, and red, but it's not really the color of the racket, but the design of the racket that changes, and more of that later in this video. For this playtest, we did not string the racket. It really breaks our hearts. Normally, as a stringing company, we love to put the time and set it up just the way we want, so we're giving you the best review. But because this is an early release racket and a gift from Tecnifibre, they chose to put synthetic gut in there. I know, a great racket with a simple string, but hopefully it doesn't skew too much of the review for you. Before we even get into the performance of this racket, we have to talk about the look. And as I said before, Tecnifibre keeping it simple and classic with a predominantly white cosmetic. They have this little touch here, maybe emblems of the French flag, and you'll see another one there. As you know, Tecnifibre designed and engineered in France, so it's kind of the pride of that country. A big racket that's used by all the French players, so it's no coincidence that they're kind of putting those accents on the frame. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Is it too simple? Did they update it enough? Let us know. We were super fortunate to receive this extremely advanced copy of the T-Fight 300 during Tecnifibre's US Open party, where they left no detail forgotten, with our own Solow Sports custom logo butt cap, just like the pros. There, we were able to discuss the line with Daniil Medvedev and Iga Swiatek, who, spoiler alert, will be moving her autograph model to the T-Fight lineup moving forward. We will certainly review that model in the future, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to be the first to see its launch, as well as new models in different head sizes and string patterns, making the T-Fight silo the heart of their offering. This racket is the 300 gram weight, which is just 5 grams below the 305, which Daniil Medvedev endorses, but it still has that Medvedev feel throughout the entire line. This racket is exceptional from the baseline. It has that versatility to match the player. I really enjoyed hitting forehands, backhands, slices, on the rise, heavy spin, anything. It really has it in there. And despite having quite similar specs in this racket, I think they've adjusted it nicely to really play great from the baseline. Normally, there are very minute changes from generation to generation when manufacturers release a new racket. Think of the iPhone going from a V15 to a V16, where not much changes. But over time, going from a V8 to, say, a V16, you'll see a massive development. For 2025, Tecnifibre has made these massive developments and changes which you would not normally see from racket to racket. Players gave feedback and they've listened. The first big change is the head size going from 98 to 100 square inches, which will give more power and spin. Second is adjusting the RS section, which is the frame geometry. R meaning round, to round out areas for power, and S meaning square, to add control and feel. Finally, a big change in weight distribution, less weight in the head and more weight in the throat to make this racket incredibly appealing to more players of all levels. Tecnilab has really put in a lot of innovation in this launch. At the net, I was supposed to like this racket more than I did. It's an all-court weapon, but for me, it just felt flimsy. It didn't have the stick, it didn't have the substance. It was maneuverable and easy to find the sweet spot, but when I connected with the ball, I had a lot of that kickback, that punchback. It wasn't stable. I wasn't able to keep the racket quiet in my swings, and it was just frustrating. I don't know if that's because the synthetic string is far different than the polyester that I'm used to playing, or I don't know if it's the new balance on this racket, but don't let my personal opinion kind of deter you. I still think this is a great all-court racket. It just didn't do it for me on court. The T-Fight has always incorporated a blend of everything from power to control to spin, and it shows in the scores in the Solow Sports rated review. The ideal player for this racket is someone rated 3.5 to 4.5 with a well-balanced game looking to play flat or spin shots anywhere on the court. Two-hand backhands are a better fit, and just about any grip style will work for this all-quarter racket. Similar rackets include the Babolat Pure Strike 100, Head Boom MP, Yonex E-Zone 100, or Wilson Shift 99. Tecnifibre is taking their dominance from Europe to the US, and if you're watching this, you should try one today and see why the brand continues to grow in all markets. You did it! You made it to the end of the video, and we thank you. If you've made it this far, please do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you these exclusive rackets first and share our opinion with you. And as they say in the land of Tecnifibre, au revoir.